You want to talk about Donald Trump? You tell me what metric in this country is worse off. Unemployment is lower than it's been in 50 years. Minorities, Hispanics, African Americans.
Here's my question for you, because you talk about you talk about.
I am not. Judge.
Nobody is.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just point at me?
Yes.
When the president of the United States whips up people to beat the hell out of people, say goodbye.
A few moments later.
She said, F you, F you. And I said, Whoopi, did you just say F you? I mean, she was right here. And then she said, get the F out of this building. Said, what is happening?
What is good, YouTube family? It's your boy Rashad. We back again with the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I gotta talk to y'all about crazy Whoopi Goldberg, host of The View. Okay, this lady totally lost it on Judge Jeanine. Okay, I stumbled upon this old clip where she freaking goes nuts. She loses her mind. She snaps. Okay, she gets triggered by Judge Jeanine, also a host on Fox News. Okay, she's a member of The Five, right? Where she does commentary with woke behind Trump deranged Jessica Tarloff, along with Greg Gutfeld and Jesse Waters and so forth. Right? But she was on The View at some point, and I don't think she's ever been back since because of this crazy incident. You saw the intro. Whoopi Goldberg totally loses it when accused of something that's true. That's the best way to trigger somebody, is if you say something that's true. Like, hey, I think you got Trump derangement. I think you got TDS. I think you got a bad case. You need to seek professional help. And they're like, no, I'm not crazy. You're the one who's crazy. Pow, 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 pow. Right? They go nuts. And that's exactly what Whoopi did. Without further ado, let's go ahead and react to this Fox News clip where they're basically responding to it. Let's get into it.
Watch this.
I'm 62 years old. There have been a lot of people in office that I didn't agree with, but I have never, ever seen anything like this. I've never seen anybody whip up such hate. I've never seen anybody be so dismissive. Here's my question for you, because you talk about I don't have Trump derangement. Let me tell you what I have.
Okay.
I have a lot of. I'm tired of people starting a conversation with Mexicans or liars and rapists.
But you know what's horrible?
That
when people who shouldn't be here end up murdering the children of American citizens.
You know what's horrible?
What's horrible
when the president of the United States whips up people to beat the hell out of people.
No.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye, and then
Whoopi doesn't even want to have. She don't even want to have a conversation. Basically, this is why The View has become a propaganda network. Like, basically, they love to invite people on who either, one, agree with them, or two, they feel like they can railroad. Judge Jeanine's not having it, so Whoopi wasn't having it. It's pathetic.
on the other side of that timeout, Judge Jeanine was no longer in that chair. What happened?
You know, I got the transcript, and one of the things I said was, one of the things we need now, we need people to talk to people who ostensibly hate each other. It's time we sat down and had a conversation. And Whoopi, interrupted and said, now? Oh, I'm so glad. But anyway, that was almost prescient. The second segment, after some small talk, I mean, we had, I was making small talk. I was, happy to discuss my book. Right? And then we came back, and it was, no holds barred. Whoopi got angry, and what the viewing audience, the television audience, didn't see is that they popped up the cover of my book as she pushed off the desk, unplugged her mic, and then stormed off the set. So I'm there saying, I'm in television. I said, I don't think the segment's over, but I think she just left, Jeanine. I think
it was over for you. Whoopi Goldberg said she was done. That means it's over. She's done talking.
It's over. So I take off my own mic, and then you have to go down the stairs. I go down the stairs, and she's right there. And I said something like, Whoopi, I spent my whole life fighting for victims, because we had talked about rapes and all that. And she said to me, as she got up in my face, and I read somewhere someone said, well, you should have kept walking. I couldn't walk by her. She was at the bottom of the stairs. She says, F you, F you. And then I said, did you just say F you? And then she said, get the F out of this building, get the F out of this building. So I'm there, and I'm like, okay.
And you didn't do anything to provoke anybody there?
No, you can ask the people that I was with. I mean, she was nuts going off the set, and then when I walked down, and so as I started walking out the building, so this woman is yelling behind me, "Get the F out of this building!" I mean, look, I've been a prosecutor, judge, DA for 30 years. I try murder cases. I can go toe to toe with anybody, but that was abuse, and it was sad. It was a sad moment that she was triggered, and I never understood triggering.
Did she reach out to you afterwards and apologize? I know she apologized to the audience.
She apologized to the audience, not for what she did to me, and they had no idea what happened when I walked off this set.
I mean, so look, for those of y'all who've seen The View, okay, a lot of people who've seen The View have probably also seen Judge Jeanine on The Five or in various other segments on Fox News, okay? Now, who would you believe, if you had to believe one person, who would you believe was a likely aggressor? I mean, we just saw the clip, right? We saw how Whoopi was acting. We saw how Jeanine was acting. Both were riled up, but who feels like they always gotta like win in every single exchange? It's clearly Whoopi. She's the one. I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired of people saying it. Beat the hell out of she went nuts. She lost it. And the fact that the irony here is to say, well, is to be accused of Trump derangement and then have that reaction. It's like, thanks for proving the point, Whoopi. She actually did have that little half-hearted apology, and just like Judge Jeanine here said, it wasn't towards her. It was like basically toward the audience, because I guess when you come in as an audience, you're expecting to hear from the person and see a show, not just see two people just get pissy with one another and then just have the segment ended, and effectively as an audience you got nothing else to really look at. Take a look.
She stopped and put her finger in my face and yelled, "I've done more for victims than you ever will." Then I said to her some few choice words I cannot repeat. She did leave here cursing at the people who booked the show. She cursed at the guys who do the security for the show. I rarely get stirred up, but I got stirred up yesterday. I did apologize for getting hot. I said it doesn't happen often. Every 10 years, it seems.
Ain't nothing worse than somebody who doesn't apologize, with the exception of somebody who gives half-hearted apologies. I'm sure we've all had them before. Like, well, I'm going to say that I'm sorry, but I'm not really sorry. And I'm not even sorry towards you. I'm sorry toward these other people who I didn't really do anything to. But to you, nah, F you, Judge Jeanine. That's basically what Whoopi says. Let's wrap up here.
Heard from anyone from
a producer called, and yesterday it was nonstop radio and television. I was promoting the book. I haven't had a chance to return the call, but the producer did call.
Okay, so she got something from somebody. Okay, so somebody was at least attempting, but I tell you who it wasn't. It wasn't Whoopi. Okay, this lady has repeatedly disrespected guests, but not just her. Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar. Okay, they all pretty much have Trump derangement syndrome, along with this other lady. I can't remember her name. You know, the one who claims to be conservative yet still denounces Donald Trump. Basically, they don't got nobody on there who's gonna keep it real, right? And say, hey, here's my views. If y'all don't like it, you can kiss my ass. There's nobody on The View who does that. Everybody just goes along to get along because they don't feel like arguing. They don't feel like dealing with Whoopi Goldberg's wrath. This is why a person like me probably ain't never gonna get invited on air, because I tell them how it is. I don't care if all of them start balking at me at once. I still tell them how it is. I can guarantee you that I can overtalk anybody on there. So, like, but anyways, guys, this was a ridiculous clip, a ridiculous exchange, and it really kind of goes to show you that these are things that, I mean, even though this is an older clip, you really should not forget how these people are, and you can kind of see what the network transformed into. A network where they used to actually have dissenting opinions and, you know, actually like to talk to different people about various different things, but now they don't care about stuff like that at all. Now it's just about, hey, here's our narrative. We're not going to have anything that goes against it. And if you go against it, you're going to get kicked off the show. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
And thanks for taking time out of your comments on Friday to pay me a compliment.
Jeanine, good luck with your book. I hear it's #1. I preferred your last book about Robert Durst, but there's no accounting for taste, you know? I like the book. I like the last book.
Thanks, Whoopi. And may I say, I preferred you in the movie Ghost much more than I do on The View. But then again, we're all entitled to our opinions.